All right, welcome back. Another tasting video for you. Bourbons. Uh, I guess that's pretty normal. Sometimes I sip into something I've been fermenting. I honestly, I need to start another batch or two or some of some fermentations. My wine, I've been told it tastes like vinegar, so I'm still trying to figure out what to do with that. So stay tuned on that one. But encourage you to stick around for today's video. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down, I guess, if you don't. But encourage you to subscribe. Love comments. Funny story. I got a comment. I don't remember if it was a text or a Facebook message or something on YouTube, but I might have a hater. The comment says something along the lines of, "Oh, congratulations, you made it to the middle shelf." Yeah, I guess I did. So be it. You know, generally speaking, the bourbon community is very kind and generous and thoughtful and they're just good people. But sometimes you get these people that just are a little bit upset or angry, and I'm sorry for those people. I hope you find what you're looking for in life. um, to me, there's nothing better than sitting around tasting some different bourbons, even if it is middle shelf. I might even go to the bottom shelf these days. We'll see. Um, but I had a few things on in my collection that's been growing. I love you, Amanda. I have such a tolerant wife. Yeah, she knows what's here, but she's so accommodating and just gracious. So I love that about her. So thank you. But I had a lot of things here that I haven't tasted. I haven't done tasting videos on. And kind of, I guess, the inspiration for today is we recently traveled to Mexico. If you want to go to an awesome Mexico, Caribbean, or other tropical destination, we have the hookup for you. Her name is Sean Hayes. She's a travel agent. You tell her what your budget is, where you want to go, and she will make it happen. And but anyway, we were in a duty-free shop in Mexico. What we learned the first time we visited Mexico is bourbon is a hard thing to come by in Mexico for some reason. Even good tequila, at least at the resort that we're at, was pretty hard to come by. I don't know. It's confusing to me. But Amanda had this great idea. Let's stop at the duty-free shop in the airport before we go to the resort. Great idea. So, the best that we could come by in the duty-free shop, as far as on the way there anyway, was Woodford Reserve. Great product. We enjoyed it. It was gone in a couple of days. We talked to the concierge and took him the empty bottle of Woodford and said, "Hey, can you help us out? Can you get us some bourbon? Can you find some bourbon?" And so the people in Mexico, at least in my experience, they are very hospitable. They're very accommodating. They want to just try to help and to please their customers. And so I think the next day we came back to our room after spending a fair amount of the day at the beach and at the pool, and there's a bottle of bourbon in our room. How exciting, right? Well, it was Jim Beam White Label. And I don't think I had Jim Beam White Label since I was in high school. But I applaud the effort. Jose Luis went above and beyond. He got us a bottle of bourbon. We talked to him, went out and thanked him for what he did. He said he looked and looked, and that was the only thing that he could find. So we enjoyed it, and all is good. But anyway, on the way back to the United States, we stopped at the duty-free again. Different duty-free shop. I don't know how that works, but they had Longbranch on the shelf. And Amanda's like, "Hey, you gonna get that?" And I did a little bit of research, and Longbranch is pretty easy to find in our neighborhood. It's a wild turkey product. So I passed, but then I, thought, I should get some of that because, my wild turkey story is I kind of always I kind of always poo-pooed wild turkey. And I recently connected with Jamie Runn. Jamie, if you're out there, I hope you're doing well. And he shared with me how big a fan he is of Wild Turkey products. And if you recall, we did a tasting and included this Russell's Reserve. It's really good. And I got the rare breed. I'll get this out one day too. I've tasted it, but it's really good. So I am revisiting my opinion on Wild Turkey. And tonight we're going to taste some Longbranch. In full confession, I've tried all of these. I tried to pair them together because I thought they were going to be fairly similar as far as things are concerned. So let's talk a little bit about the Longbranch as we're getting into this. Go to my handy dandy cheat sheet here. So the Wild Turkey Longbranch Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey small batch is 86 proof, so a little bit low on the proof. It is an 8-year product. It's $47. Mash bill 75 corn, 13 rye, 12% malted barley. And I'm not going to bore you with the details, but my recollection is that's going to be pretty similar to a lot of Wild Turkey products, especially that Russell's. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to go back and check my notes. But it is an 8-year product, and it's $47. And I think the special thing about this one is that it says oak in Texas mesquite charcoal refined, whatever that means. But let's give it a sample. And healthy pour here, so I don't know if I'm finishing that one. Well, I'm definitely not going to finish that one on video tonight. Maybe after the video is done, I will finish sampling that, but I did get a little heavy with the pour. The nose on this, and I'm a sucker for these bottles. This bottle's cool. It's got the little, I'll just take the cork off and show you. It's got the little Wild Turkey in the cap there. It's pretty cool. All right, nose. Soft nose. No real ethanol. A slight cinnamon. A little bit of toffee. Man, that is such a good drink. I don't know why I have poo-pooed Wild Turkey in the past, but I'm going to get some Wild Turkey 101 one of these days, and maybe I'll do a whole Wild Turkey review, or not a whole. They have a ton of products. I mean, they've got the Longbranch, the Wild Turkey, the Russells, and so on and so forth. But man, that is good. A little bit of heat, but it is a buttery, smooth, subtle. I mean, it's the taste profile from front to back is very consistent. It doesn't, what you get on the front is the same in the middle and the same on the back. So it's really, really soft and subtle on the palate. I will be finishing this pour tonight. All right. And, again, that's an 8-year product, and it is $47. I mean, that is some good stuff for 8 years. Yeah, all right. I like it. All right. I am going to rinse. You probably have noticed I've got the same sweatshirt on yet again. Sometimes I record multiple videos, so we'll see if we get through this one. My computer's saying the battery's dying too, so bear with me. So we're going to get through this one. All right, next one is WhistlePig, and this is WhistlePig PiggyBack Small Batch 100 proof bourbon whiskey, 100 proof, 6 years. All right, I've had a WhistlePig before. I don't remember which one I had. I know, I believe Amanda got me one once. And I remember it being pretty good. And I think these are all small batch. If you know differently, leave me a comment, correct me. But I think these are all small batch. Nose on this one, I do pick up a little bit more ethanol, certainly, at least compared to the Longbranch. All right. That one's a little bit more hot, not quite as smooth and subtle as the Longbranch. Mash bill, Can't find a lot of details on this particular WhistlePig. Their website says something like it's corn. Well, let me just read it for you. Born from our signature grains, other half starts with a high corn mash bill, keeping a dash of rye. They're ambiguous. I don't know other than that. I don't like how that one finishes though. The flavor on the tail end is it's not unpleasant, but it's not smooth and consistent front to back. The flavor just kind of gets a little more acrid at the tail end. I don't know, 6 years, still pretty good. Price on this one is $62. So, not a bad price. All right. The last one that we're going to try today is a Calumet Farm Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 8-year. This is batch number CA, Charlie Alpha 8, Yankee 08, 90 proof. It says on this one that it's crafted from less than 50 barrels of premium Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. So I know Wild Turkey is a fairly good sized distiller. I really don't know how big WhistlePig is. I'm guessing it's probably mid to large. Calumet, I don't know how big they are either. And again, that term small batch is terribly ambiguous in the industry. I have a memory of Calumet Farm bourbon. I believe my memory of it is one night our company years and years ago did Churchill Downs After Dark, and I was just starting to get into bourbon at that time. And my recollection is that I had quite a few mint juleps. Don't worry, I didn't drive. We rode a bus. And I believe the bourbon in those mint juleps was Calumet Farm. I don't know what year it was, but Calumet Farm has quite a few different products. The confusing thing for me on their website, the bottle that they show for the 8-year is a tall, slender bottle. This one has got a little bit of a different shape. And I believe that Calumet Farm, I'll have to do some digging on this one, but it seems as though they have the Churchill Downs steeple and horse racing is big in their brand. But my recollection of this product was it was really good. It kind of cued me into like, wow, bourbon is something that I should check out and enjoy and try. And so I don't know if it was my gateway into trying some of these bourbons, but it was a contributor for sure. So let's give this one a nose and a taste. Nose on this one's buttery and smooth. No ethanol at all. I'd say buttercorn. I know that's kind of like, a common nose that I repeat from time to time on videos. It's soft. Again, the proof on this one is 90 proof. So we got an 86 with the Longbranch. We got 100 with the WhistlePig, and we got a 90 here. And 8-year, 6-year, 8-year. Mash bill, as I digest that on this, Calumet, 74 corn, 18 rye, 8% barley. This one we know is high corn with a hint of rye. We don't know any other details. And on the Longbranch, we know it's 75 corn, 13 rye, 12 barley. That's good. Very consistent flavor profile from front, middle, back. Sometimes the drink, the taste changes as you let it linger. I would say this is very consistent, just like the Longbranch. Slightly different flavor profiles. This one's higher rye than this Longbranch. I can feel a little bit of that heat, but sometimes that high rye just like goes down my esophagus and I can feel it hit my stomach. This one stops at the back of the throat. I like this though. It's good. All right. So to wrap things up on this video, would I drink these? Would I buy these again? So Longbranch, man, I gotta say, all day, every day. This is some smooth, good stuff. And I'm glad I had a healthy pour because, well, that's going to be the rest of my evening tonight. WhistlePig, they have a few varieties of WhistlePigs. I would say the one that I had before, and I don't remember what it was that I had before. I'm okay with the brand. Would I get this one again? I don't know. It's, price point's not terrible. I mean, this is $47 for the Longbranch, $62 for the WhistlePig, $43 for the Calumet. And the $60 price point at 100 proofs, I mean, there's a lot of other products that I would probably go to before I go this. I'm not saying I wouldn't buy this again, but it's not going to jump off the shelf into my cart. I'm probably just going to let this one sit a little bit. I might get another WhistlePig. I might try the rye. I might try some of their other products. I'm not turned off by the brand. It's just this one is okay as far as bourbons are concerned for me. Calumet Farm. Would I get this one again? I like this. It's, to me, it's similar to the Longbranch in that it's something that I can see myself just enjoying on a Friday or Saturday night. Slightly different flavor profiles, very consistent front, middle, back finish and taste. I would get this again. Again, there's quite a few other Calumet Farm products, and I think there's some nostalgia here with the Calumet Farm that's embedded into my memory in some way, shape, or form. But all these are good products. Don't mishear me. Especially for the price point. I mean, this Longbranch is $47. This Calumet Farm is $43 for 2 bottles for sub $50. You can't go wrong. And you really can't go wrong with this WhistlePig. Even, at $62, there are some other products, in my opinion, in that $60 price point that are better than this, but this is still very, very good. So hope you enjoy. Again, thumbs up, subscribe, leave me some comments and feedback, and I'll see you all real soon on our next video.